Welcome to this Executive Explainer. Today, we're talking directly to you, the C-suite, the board of directors, and legal counsel. Look, we're moving way past the basic everyday mechanics of compliance here. We are stepping into the realm of deep, strategic boardroom defense. Because for way too long, the internal audit plan has just been viewed as this back office administrative chore, right? Well, today, we're going to completely challenge that illusion of basic compliance and reframe exactly how you protect your organization at the very highest levels. So, ask yourself, is your compliance plan actively protecting the board, or is it literally just ticking boxes? Think about that for a second. Because when you operate under this illusion of compliance, you aren't just risking a failed audit. You're actually exposing the executive leadership to intense, direct liability. And the consequences of a static, unmaintained audit scope, they are not just isolated to the IT department. No, these are extremely high stakes, and they cascade. An inadequate audit plan eventually triggers major non-conformances. But in the real world, that instantly translates to SLA failures with your most valuable enterprise clients. It opens the door wide to public data breaches, which, as we know, inevitably invite crippling regulatory fines. And from there, the dominoes just keep falling, leading to catastrophic stock drops, massive boardroom crises, and ultimately C-level terminations. An unmaintained audit scope is, without a doubt, a direct threat to executive leadership. Let's look at the anatomy of operational blind spots. To stop this cascade before it starts, we really have to understand how these vulnerabilities are created in the first place. It all comes down to strategic friction. It's kind of like strapping a rocket engine onto a wooden cart. On one side, you've got dynamic business growth. The board is actively approving newly added cloud environments, recently launched product lines, and expansive remote work models. The business scales rapidly. But on the other side, you've got a completely static audit plan. The schedule is unmaintained, new operational activities are entirely omitted, and legacy controls are left completely unchecked. This rapid expansion of modern business fundamentally breaks traditional static compliance tracking. And this isn't just a theoretical exercise. This is the exact vulnerability cited right in the ISMS scope document. When your audit plan fails to adapt to newly acquired business units or those newly added cloud environments, your governance is rendered completely incomplete. You are effectively operating blind in areas that handle absolutely critical customer data. And these operational blind spots, that is precisely where massive public data breaches occur. Which brings us directly to the Clause 9.2.2a trap. Clause 9.22a strictly mandates the requirement to establish a documented schedule defining the scope, criteria, and frequency that covers all ISMS controls. This is what anchors the abstract risk of rapid business growth into a hard, undeniable regulatory reality. The board's fiduciary duty requires that every single control is scheduled, audited, and strictly verified, no exceptions. And if you fall into this trap, the penalty is immediate. A major nonconformance is triggered the absolute moment your audit plan fails to cover all applicable controls or fails to adapt to those newly added cloud environments we were just talking about. It effectively unravels your organization's entire compliance status. It completely voids your defensive posture and leaves the board totally exposed to those cascading consequences we talked about earlier. So we need to reevaluate our approach. Checklists versus strategic defense. To actually neutralize these threats, executive leadership has to reframe the entire conversation. We literally have to stop talking about merely surviving an audit and start establishing a proactive corporate defense mechanism. A checklist approach that's just focused on ticking boxes on static documents, and the outcome is guaranteed. You get operational blind spots and major nonconformances. Conversely, a true strategic defense approach focuses on constantly adapting to your dynamic infrastructure. The outcome there is comprehensive boardroom liability protection. Look, a checklist mentality is simply an unacceptable risk at the board level. You absolutely need a dynamic tool that enforces governance. Let's discuss the solution, the Excel blueprint solution. This brings us to the authoritative solution required to completely neutralize these specific compliance threats and kill that checklist mentality once and for all. The definitive answer here is the expertly structured, editable Excel internal audit plan template by the ISO 27001 Institute, which operates under the aegis of the ISO Training Institute. Now, this isn't just another spreadsheet. It is a highly comprehensive, done-for-you governance tool that was designed from the ground up by principal auditors and lead instructors. The strategic advantages of deploying this template are absolutely profound. Right out of the gate, it addresses all mandatory compliance requirements automatically.
It completely solves that strategic friction we discussed earlier by enforcing a comprehensive audit schedule that aligns flawlessly with your actual on-the-ground reality. It guarantees coverage of all controls without exception, meaning you never fall into the Clause 9.2.2a trap. And most importantly, it dynamically eliminates those critical operational blind spots.
And actually implementing this blueprint across your organization is incredibly straightforward. First, you just download the pre-filled comprehensive Excel schedule. Second, you swap out the hypothetical placeholders, names like ABC Technologies Private Limited and ABC TPL, with your organization's actual name and acronyms. And third, you operationalize it immediately as your working defense document. It so effortlessly replaces those completely inadequate static manual systems.
All of this accelerates what we call ISMS, operational maturity.
Because implementing this is really about so much more than just risk avoidance. A sincere, serious application of this document effectively grants your organization a 15 to 20-year head start in ISMS operational maturity. Think about that. You are entirely bypassing decades of trial, error, and painful compliance failures and instantly establishing a world-class standard of boardroom defense. Which leaves us with one final, absolutely critical question for the C-suite and the board. Is your organization ready to shed the illusion of compliance and actively defend its boardroom? The blueprint is there and waiting. The strategic choice, however, is completely yours. Thank you for joining me for this explainer.